Something so bad and I'll go think it's my own personality. It answers to my name, doesn't like to walk through the cold, burn the family tree. I believe your intuition is to believe in me. I can't break from complication. What's been smothering me? Living without family. It's been 3 weeks since I worked for the military. I got some money saved. Gonna drive to California with my sweet lady, not well behaved. I pull my boots on, she pulls hers on. We go out for the drive. She holds my hand, 'cause I'm her man. I'm thankful to be alive. Gotta fall in love to survive. I gotta fall in love to survive. Wake up every morning with my woman wrapped in my arms. Can't get better than this. When she wakes up and looks at me with her beautiful eyes and closes in for a kiss, I go crazy for this lady. She makes me feel so alive. Heartbeats talking, dirt trail walking, country roads we drive. Gotta fall in love to survive. Gotta fall in love to survive. That's a song called Gotta Fall in Love. Original song. Matthew David Ellis.
Throughout the night, I don't have to come out after every song, but generally after the first song, I like to remind people who they're listening to. Matt Ellis, and I have heard from at least some contingent of the listenership that apparently would be content if you just talk about Metallica for a while, but...
Oh, yeah?
I wasn't even aware, and I switched tabs in my browser, and people were like, woo, Metallica! So
Oh, man, they're the best. Kirk Hammett was a huge influence of mine.
Well, it's funny because I've had people ask me, even at the station, like, gee, why is your show, why is WEFT Sessions just indie rock? And it's like, well, it's not, but we have to have, if we don't have any polka bands asked to be on, we can't have, we have to have a band to represent it, you know? So I'm thinking, you know, I wasn't aware that there was a big Metallica contingent, but it's probably because we just don't have a lot of Metallica-type music offered
yes,
locally to be on the show. So,
well, if you like Metallica, then
you want to start a Metallica cover band?
I was gonna say, well, they're a huge influence. I write a lot of kind of music. I have country and reggae, but I have some metal influences too. So, when that new music comes out, you'll hear some of that stuff.
After what you heard,
maybe I can pull some Metallica fans.
After what you heard about my guitar before the show, it probably. Don't wait up on me, but...
Well, actually, my name together is Metellus.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of, you know...
Well, I figured you changed it to that in tribute.
Yeah.
What was it before?
Oh, wait, what?
I'm being goofy.
It was Triad.
Oh, wow, that really is going back.
I played Psychedelic Triskull the other night.
I was just thinking about, because I hadn't put two and two together the first time you were here, and I think I said you reminded me
That was the first time. Yep.
It's always funny to me when people remind me of themselves. It's like the first thing I ever said to Angie Heaton, do you know?
Probably.
I said, has anyone ever told you you look a lot like Angie Heaton?
Or maybe not.
I didn't realize she was Angie Heaton. And
then yeah.
And I thought Angie Heaton was like this unapproachable, big star.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd seen her in a movie. So I was like, oh, you're a dead ringer for Angie Heaton. And she's like, well, there's a reason.
That's awesome.
So what do you have for us next?
I have a song called Perfect Place.
All right. You want to do a couple in a row, or do you want me to keep...
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I can block these next few.
Okay, well, I'll just come back when it gets quiet.
And then I'll have something to say about my song Politics.
Uh-oh.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I'll do the acoustic version.
That was an overly dramatic reaction for radio.
Which...
Yeah, I was like...
Yes! Politics!
Yes.
No, we're not talking politics. we're talking... It's the peace, love, and happiness.
Tonight we're talking...
This one's called... This is about music. All right, music, love, and happiness, and Champaign-Urbana, and squirrels.
Sure, I'll have some too.
Yeah. Perfect place. I thought when I was 18 I would move to Jamaica or something, and I'm still here in Illinois. God bless it. Listen, do you speak? Without words I know everything. Stop and listen to it speak, as your child who knew anything. All that's beautiful is lost, was never found. Something sacred, cold and bare, lost in life, yeah, gone with care. Something sacred, cold and bare, lost in life, yeah, sold with care. Ow. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. In my ponder, who was right? Both are sick and worthy afterlife. You may question who was right. Both are sick and worthy afterlife. All that's beautiful is lost, was never found. Something sacred, cold and bare, lost in life, yeah, sold with care. Something sacred, cold and bare, lost in life, yeah, sold with care. Ow! I'm waiting for you. If I drink with you tomorrow, would you shine or drink to borrow? All that's right, diminish the sorrow, put in the time, existence follow. You are amazing. You come to amaze me too. me question, do you reach for something special for we to teach? We're in the evening around your face, hoping tomorrow you'll find the perfect place. All that's beautiful is lost, was never found. All that's beautiful is lost, was never found. Something sacred, cold and bare, lost in life, yeah, sold with care. Something sacred, cold and bare, lost in life, yeah, sold with care. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. And if I drink with you tomorrow, would you shine or dream to borrow? All that's right, diminish the sorrow, put in the time, existence to follow. You are amazed. You come to amaze me too. Thank you. Thank you for listening. This is Matt Ellis on WEFT, Monday night WEFT session. Pleasure being here. I got the call at the last minute or saw the opportunity at the last minute, and here I am, lucky to be in Champaign, Illinois. If you're listening to us, thank you.
Since you brought that up, could I ask you a question about that?
Yes, sir.
Talking about getting the call, if I'd known you were available, and I'd known how to reach you, I probably would have asked, sooner than tonight. But when you mentioned you were in town, say, how long have you been back in town between these jaunts?
So I've been all winter.
Mm-hmm.
Spent the winter in Champaign. Before that, I was in Pawnee. And then before Pawnee, I was in Spring. Pretty much spent COVID season through in Pawnee, Springfield area.
Oh, Pawnee?
Yep.
I was thinking like Pontiac, and I was... Okay, go on.
Yeah, yes. I was in a house there. I was just writing and recording down there, and then moved back over to Champaign and working with a friend over here and staying over here and doing more recording and writing. And
I was just wondering how... remarkable it was that we'd been able to get you tonight, whether you were back, say, 24 hours and found out, or had been back a week, or because obviously people coming and going, it's been a lot less in the past year than...
Yeah, if I had known I was going to be on this show tonight, I would have had some more newer things rehearsed. I'm kind of playing, if you've heard me on this show before, you've probably heard these songs.
We have a listener in Utah who thinks he remembers hearing you before, but okay. I was trying to determine how many times have you been on now?
Oh shoot!
I probably could look it up.
At least 4.
3?
3
solos. At least solo 3 times.
2015, 2016.
But there was also Triad, and so
Triad and Quadrimity.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The problem is
Mike Bray local.
When we have a bunch of people at once and then one of them comes back solo, making those connections can be hard over 20 years. So
yeah, it's kind of like that band Clio.
Yeah.
That and then oh my God, if they're listening, I'm sorry, I completely forgot your names now. It's been too long.
We already did that with Local H and other. Just make everybody feel equal.
Gonzo Diablo.
There we go.
There they are.
The Mexican wrestlers.
Yes. They play. It's like a polka metal. It actually probably is more like polka metal. Actually,
really harkens back to what we said earlier about metal bands and polka bands.
So they got some recordings on here. I know you probably got them. Yeah, one of these WEF sessions. Look for Gonzo Diablo. That's a cool, interesting band.
Well, and you probably didn't hear me say so, but I'd already announced last week that second hour I was going to play some previous live performances. So keep people guessing.
So I'll have to listen for the next hour.
Well, I mean, if you want.
Well, I'll probably be hanging out here with you guys anyway. So,
I mean, the goal is always to hope that if people like local music, they might at least be amenable to sticking around for the second hour. But never any obligation.
Well, now I'm finding more venues that want music, but don't want to do the whole music license thing. So, which I can understand.
I mean, it's expensive.
If you don't have a whole bunch of music, and you can't have a whole bunch of music unless you have the license.
Right, exactly.
Otherwise, you're getting lawyers. But the original thing.
No, wait, though. Lawyers make everything better.
Absolutely. What would the world be without lawyers? I mean, thank God.
I was threatened if I didn't say that. So.
Yeah, you gotta have them. I have some lawyer friends. God bless them. I love them. So if I go and play my own music, it's okay.
Right. But you can't cover Metallica.
But I can't cover Metallica. They will be at the door. Lars will be there.
Now, what if you did something like...
He'll fly in his helicopter and...
What if you did like Enter Superman? Could you get away with that?
Yeah. I think they still get like quarter credit though.
Well, then just do 3/4.
Yeah. You would think, Well, yeah, I don't know. It's like Chris Novoselic, however you say his name. The Nirvana's bass player.
Yeah, there was a trivia question about his other band.
What is his other band?
Isn't it Sweet 75?
I lost the trivia.
I'm pretty sure I answered Sweet 75. So
is that it?
That's what I remember it being.
Nirvana. Any Nirvana fans out there?
I don't always think of myself as like the number one Nirvana fan, but I don't know. I was expecting other people to jump in, and no one is. So
I almost wore my Nirvana shirt tonight.
I was so big into the Nirvanas, I couldn't believe it when they split up.
I saw this shirt sitting here, though, and I thought it was kind of special. I have a student out in Washburn that I teach when I gig over there, and they made me this shirt, or she made me this shirt.
Is it tie-dye?
Tie-dyes, yeah. Yeah, they do a party up there every year, and last year I was the first musician they ever had there, and I got a T-shirt out of the deal, so I was like, I'm going to wear this shirt, because,
Nice.
Yeah, I just had a lesson with her on Sunday, and...
Tell them you wore it on the radio.
Yeah. If they're watching this right now, hey, thanks for the shirt, guys.
And I feel
love
like
you guys.
That sort of comment worked better before we actually had a camera crew, because now there actually is validity to...
Yeah, if you're just listening, there are cameras to this, so...
Yeah, what used to just be an inane joke has become a reality, so...
Yeah.
So what do you have for us next?
What am I doing next?
I'm willing to talk, but I figure there are people who eventually want your talents and not my blather.
Sure. Well, and there's only so much I can... I mean, I could shred the acoustic. Come out and see me live. Follow me at Matt Ellis 6 so you can get in touch with the shows and stuff. And there's a lot of more showing off on the electric guitars. And once in a while I get some other great musicians to go with me too. So
yeah, we should talk about that at some point.
Yeah.
What's the 6? Just you were the 6?
6 strings.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's a lot of Matt Ellis's. There's a boxer. There's another musician out of L.A. He's got some what's the word? He's got some. He's been noticed a little bit.
I'm not even the only Todd Hunter DJ, so.
So if you search Matt Ellis 6, it just takes right to my stuff. You don't have to look through all the other Matt Ellis's out there. But I did finally get the website. MatthewDavidEllis.com.
Oh, the full.
So it's got my whole name on there, which is my songwriter registration name anyway. So it's like kind of cool. I don't know. It is what it is. I wish I had a cooler name like Prince or something.
Wait, did you say the third?
The third.
Did you say Matthew David Ellis?
Matthew David Ellis. No.
Okay.
No, not the third. I don't know what I said.
I'm fancifying it.
We'll have to rewind this and look back what I said.
I thought you almost had like a royal name the way you said it.
No. Well, it's biblical.
Yeah.
Which is not royal, but maybe the opposite of royal. They don't like royal. I don't know.
And you can change your name to a drawing if you get bored.
Earthly royal. Here's a song called No Exit Signs. Thanks, Todd.
Thank you.
going westbound. Got me about $1,200 I picked up playing in small towns. On the road, take me back. How can I get there from here? We better stop and rock Amarillo for the moonshine clear. I'm driving down this road, 1,200 miles to go. Ain't seen no exit signs. I think these lines made us blind. Try to do my job, you say you don't need the money, but you are begging your brother now, ain't it funny? Say one more word about my woman, girl, don't you have class? You best swear my lady said she'd kick your ass. Driving down this road, 900 miles to go. I see no exit signs. I think these lines made us blind. Follow me, we're going fishing tonight. I hear the catfish are wild out there, let's go get a bite. On a lake in a boat on a night so clear. And the one thing that gets this moment right is the ice cold beer. Driving down this road, 200 miles to go. I see no exit signs. I think these lines made us blind. As my A string decided to go out right before the song. Good times. Nothing like tuning and thinking you're ready and then your song not being in tune when you're going. It's Todd's fault. Blame Todd. You're listening to WEFT WEFT Sessions. My name is Matt Ellis. Here's another song of mine called Take Me Back. Take me back, down to you. Very first time I laid eyes on you. Sister said they'll come back someday. The feeling that you get when you get away. So hold out and get some work done. Baby, later we'll surf into the sun. I've heard the echo of your name roll around. Between the birth and the death and the joy I found. Experiencing the joy I found. Turn around, got no time to let my guard down. Take me back, down to see what it was that went wrong with me. I couldn't wait to find out what went wrong. So I sat up all night and wrote a song. As I sit here to write my story, transform my shame to glory, I think about my family back at home. Pray to God soon I won't be alone. Never wanting to be alone. Missing the hell out of home, 'cause that's where I belong. Coffee, getting lost in two-lane country, kicking back to enjoy new songs, holding the walls where drinking belongs. Speaking of drinking, well, 36 and I was thinking where we partied and played the guitar, just Goldschlager and Jaeger like a star. Then I had on starry nights, lights, never started, was finished the fights. Experiencing the joy I found, waiting to turn around. Got no time to let my guard down. Wow! That was a song called Take Me Back. Original song by Matthew Ellis.
So, I've been hearing from people throughout the hour. I haven't been able to pay as much attention as I would like because there's stuff going on out here and there's stuff going on out there.
Yeah.
But
how's it going in there?
It's all good. You know, it's people, listeners I like, music I like, and I just wish I could give everybody my full attention all at the same time.
They're talking about the show?
Yeah. And music and, you know, what the show is.
What are they saying out there?
Mostly that they like what you brought up.
Cool.
You got them talking about, you know, Metallica and Nirvana and
the good stuff.
Not so much Sweet 75.
Not so much Sweet 75. Wow.
I mean, I couldn't tell you how their songs go. I just
maybe in 25 years it'll be the thing that everybody's talking about.
Yeah. Sweet 75 will be the Nirvana will be the band that begat the all important Sweet 75.
I heard rumor Frances Bean was going to front Nirvana.
Like a reunion, or are you just being
like Kurt's daughter actually just being the front, being the replacement,
and
as like a
Foo Fighters is going to break up so Dave can go back to.
I don't know, because Dave still did like Crooked Vultures.
Oh yeah, he does. We've had drummers in Champaign who were in 6-7 bands at once. So
yeah, probably not as busy as Dave Grohl. Something, but yeah, well, maybe busier. Maybe busier just to keep it going, you know.
Well, I mean,
some really hard-working musicians around here.
Recently, we were talking about how the scene was kind of, it wasn't as visible as maybe earlier. Before COVID, a lot of venues had shut down, and I'm thinking, you know, when certain drummers are in 6-7 bands and they take a break, the impact is really pronounced.
It's eggs and ramen noodles for weeks.
Well, also when, you know, one person is booking, say, half the shows and stops booking, then all of a sudden there aren't shows, so.
You know, I'm just thankful I play guitar and can sing because, you know, I try to sing, you know.
I can do all but 2 of those things.
If I hadn't have done it, you know, I'm just lucky because if I was a drummer, you know, and you got to have drummers, but you can't go to a solo drums show. Well, you could.
You could
go to drum clinics or something, but.
Well, you know, it's interesting because Terminus Victor for a long time didn't have a drummer, and people say, and they pull it off, but they have a drummer now, and he's cool. So
it makes a world of difference.
It really, it's just different.
I normally do solo gigs over in Toluca, and the owner over there plays drums, so he's been playing with me the last couple times I've been playing, and it's just a lot. It's just a lot of fun.
I think you could make the argument that a drum machine, it can work, but there's having a drummer and there's having a good drummer. And having a good drummer, I don't think a drum machine can really compete with having a good drummer.
Well, dancers the hardest part is because
what is
dancers?
Okay,
I could be playing acoustic and singing and stuff, and then I get people dancing. People hear a song they like or something, and so people come out and they try to dance. But I'm not supplying that downbeat. There's no, a lot of my guitar playing is sort of open, where it's like, so I try to give it some depth.
Now, do you remember Dance Party USA?
No.
It was this show on USA, I believe, and at one point the guest was Nine Inch Nails.
Oh.
And this really happened.
You can dance to Nine Inch Nails.
Well, yeah, people did, but it was one of those things where it was different.
But the lyrical content.
Well, one of their first CDs ends with a bonus track where the girl says, "Let's hear it for Nine Inch Nails. Woo, they're good."
Nice.
And that's pretty much. If you want to know any more, there's YouTube. There's the. But
nice.
it's always funny to look back and see, or I find humor in it.
I'm gonna check that out. I always learn something from you, Todd.
Well, USA Network used to have the whole afternoon. It was game shows, and then this show where a bunch of teenagers would dance to not usually Nine Inch Nails, and so
Metallica's kind of hard to dance to.
I don't know. I feel like if you really put your mind to it, you could.
You can really dance to anything.
Yeah.
You dance to the garbage truck. Beep, beep.
There might be some new age music with long, John Cage, where or just silences where it might be kind of hard, but
yeah, John Lennon's 1 Minute of Silence.
That you could do an interpretive dance, I'm sure.
What's the one? No, I'm not even gonna try it.
What do you have coming up?
So
I worry. I'm having a lot of fun, but I know you also have demanding fans.
So last year I was blessed with some. I was blessed with a computer and a new laptop and some recording software to add on that, so I could start sending my tracks via email and stuff to other musicians, so we could work and record together without being in the same place. And then that coincided with keyboardist Derek Sherinian sharing on his social medias.
And would you mind telling people, like my mom, who that is?
Yeah, so Derek Sherinian, I guess his break was Alice Cooper. Must have been 1990-ish. Young Derek got the job with Alice Cooper as keyboardist. He's also worked with Dream Theater, Billy Idol, Whitesnake. I mean, you can go check Derek Sherinian's.
So basically all the local artists.
Basically every band from Illinois. All the local ones, yes.
Somebody mentioned Nirvana being his favorite small-time local band. So.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Metallica, not Nirvana.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, I think they're playing at Pippa's.
That would be.
I would go see Metallica at Pippa's.
I would like to see what that would look like.
Right? If they just. Oh yeah. So I'm thinking, well, what do I have what can I send? I got to send him something.
Oh, I'm thinking Pia's.
Pia's. Oh, Pia's, yeah.
That would also be either one.
Either one, yeah.
They're very different.
So this song, I had an old recording. I got a bunch of recordings that aren't released. So I'm trying to get to that point where I can get it released.
Fan club only.
Yeah. Well, I had to quit partying so much and save my money for studio stuff, right? So don't do drugs, kids.
Was that what you released under the Andrew WK name?
Yes.
Good advice columns.
Yeah, steroids are, yeah. See, I can't gain any muscle now. It just overdid it. You got to work. Apparently, you have to work out while you're doing them. Yeah. So,
well, I mean, I think the responsible solution is if you just don't do them, you don't have to worry about what you have to do.
Yeah, you can't just like. My left arm got real big for a while, I was just from doing this, playing all the time, and then the steroids just took over the arm, and I had to quit, and then all the doctor money, to make my arm go down, and then so now I'm getting money back, and I'm starting to put in some good places like getting Derek Sherinian on my music, and
that's no joke. That's real.
that is no joke.
That's amazing.
No, that's serious. So I give him this track, and there's no isolation of it. It was all condensed to one. So now I got the software. Got split tracks. I was like, all right, I'm gonna redo all the drums and guitars and basses for you. And and this is great. He goes, would you hire a plumber to fix your esophagus? He's like, you're not a bass player, right? You're not a drummer. And what's really nice is Derek said there was an essence to my guitar and my vocals. So thanks, Derek, for the comment. It means a lot coming from somebody like that, like no jokes aside. But he made a great point. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not a drummer or bass player. And he's like, well, I'll tell you what, you get Brian Tishy. He's played with Foreigner, Whitesnake, the list goes on. And then, and get Tony Franklin, from The Firm, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, other groups, to play bass. It's like, okay, if you can line that up, let's do it. So I get in contact with them. So I got those three on my music, and it's a dream come true. These are three of my favorite musicians, and so the song that they're on now is a song of mine called Politics, which I have played on here. So I'm gonna play it now.
New version.
So I'm gonna give you the acoustic version, which I don't know. You've probably heard it before, but
it's been 5 years.
But what's cool about the release that's going to come out is you're going to have Derek Sherinian keyboard solos on it, and Tony Franklin's fretless bass sound, and Brian Tishy's just solid on the drums. So
this is the cream.
So this is I don't know. It's a song called Politics. I thought it was perfect for the timing. It's just like, I don't know. To each their own. I'm just happy to be here. Thanks, Todd. Thanks, WEFT, for having me. And here's a song called Politics. I don't want to work, I don't want to learn, I don't want to live in this shithole of society. Got a little in, got a little out, gotta figure out why we let it start initially. You don't know where I'm coming from. I don't know where you've been or what you've done. Roses of candles burning, can't stop the world from turning. Figure out what we all need. Try to explain how I feel. Yeah. Gotta break it down, gotta break it up, gotta throw it out, then I'm done messing with the light that's of you. All I wanna see, all I wanna do, all I wanna be, all I want is you, but you're not there to break my fall. You don't know where I'm coming from. I don't know where you've been or what you've done. Roses of candles burning, can't stop the world from turning. Figure out what we all need. Try to explain how I feel. Yeah. Oh. just run around in your head. Do it with the cat blue or red. You don't know where I'm coming from. I don't know where you've been or what you've done. Roses with candles burning, kids doubt the world for turning. Figure out what we all need. Try to explain how we're free. Yeah. Oh, 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 yeah. Politics. Song called Politics. That should be released at some point this year. You can follow me at Matt Ellis 6 for future plans for that, and more releases to come. Lots of studio stuff going on right now. You can also catch. There's a band I'm in. I play bass in out of Springfield. They're called Book. It's spelled B-U-K. Actually, the U is umlaut. Thanks to Todd, I know what an umlaut is now.
Yes, we are all about the Motorhead Spinal Tap. Who am I leaving out? Blue Oyster Cult? Bands have umlauts.
Motley Crue.
There we go.
Did you say that?
Yeah, I was just noticing you worked at Book, and I was trying to figure out how I had missed that bookstore, so...
Yeah. The Book store.
Yes, a very Swedish chef.
Yes, I think last time we talked about Book, because I learned what the umlaut was. I was lead guitar for them then.
Now, here's the money question for the Grand Championship. What's the difference between an umlaut and a diaeresis?
You got me.
Well, you write them exactly the same way, but when it's an umlaut, it stands for an extra letter, an extra vowel, whereas a diaeresis is like, you used to write cooperate with dots over the second O to show that it wasn't cooperate, or coincidence to show it wasn't coincidence. And the diaeresis they've largely done away with, I guess because it's hard to type, but it's really useful because it tells you when to blend the vowels and when to not.
It's too complicated.
But it just looks like an umlaut. You write it the same way. So you can call it an umlaut and 90% of people will think you're right. Or you could be a band with a diaeresis and everybody will assume it's an umlaut.
But Book is an umlaut, right?
Well, it just depends. Is Book short for B-U-E-K or well, it couldn't be a diaeresis because there's not a vowel back to back with it. So so it'd have to be an umlaut.
Okay. Well, Book was Joel Honey's nickname from his grandpa or something.
Joel Honey?
Joel Honey.
Remind me.
He's the lead singer for Book.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Has he been on this show?
Not yet.
Is he local?
He's Springfield.
Okay.
Yep.
Then he can. He has credentials.
He went to school in Champaign.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, if somebody, I'm thinking of like singers that are in jail and stuff. If who's some really talented singer that's not local? That's alive.
Well, tell Springfield that Peoria is getting ahead of them. Because we've had like 3-4 acts from Peoria.
Oh, let's say Susan Boyle.
Really?
If Susan Boyle wanted to get on this show, it's not like I would object. If she was going to fly here, I'd be like, sure, we'll have you on.
Peoria's full of great musicians. And Springfield's got a lot of great musicians. Joel's a great singer. He's got a good voice. We do a lot of Sublime and Kings of Leon and stuff. He just nails that stuff. Probably identical to Kings of Leon. Whenever I listen to Kings of Leon, it sounds like Joel. Yeah.
I wish I had more intelligent things to say. I don't
know.
I'm thinking of this one particular Kings of Leon concert, and
yeah, I have nothing to say about them other than they're pretty BA.
What's that?
Kings of Leon?
BA?
BA. Badass.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking Bachelor of Arts, and that didn't make any sense at all. So.
They might have some Bachelor of Arts too. I'm a dropout of Bachelor of Arts.
Oh.
No, what was it? It was music performance, or I guess it was I guess it was.
If you'd stuck with it, then you could perform music.
If
And
only
you could be on this show.
If only I had been a better student, I could actually be a music performer.
Well, congratulations on figuring out how to do it anyway, and just fine.
Well, it's a lot of hard work. It's. I didn't drop out to do nothing, so I dropped out to focus more on what I knew I wanted to do, and so.
Well, I think a lot of people drop out because they just can't afford the tuition these days. So.
Well, I was Air Force too, so they were paying for it.
Oh well, okay. So that excuse flies out the window.
I was actually getting paid as long as I was doing good in school and doing my work. I was getting rent money.
Wow.
To go to school, which is.
But it's not like being in the Air Force is lying around on a couch all day. So.
No, and I think it was good timing with the benefits that were available at the time. Speaking of the Air Force, I wrote this song. I'm gonna skip to Fork in the Road. I wrote this when I decided to not re-enlist.
Okay, when was that?
And this was 7-8 years ago now.
Okay, so after your third appearance.
Yes. Yeah, so I quit the Air Force, and I honorable discharged from the Air Force. And then
you didn't flip over a table and say I quit.
No. Actually, the song "Fork in the Road" was inspired by my last meeting that I called with my supervisor and commander. I said, here's my idea. I had this dream to go drive around, grow out my hair, and play guitar. But
was it in that order?
Yeah. I just wanted to travel around while my hair was growing, and then eventually play guitar somewhere.
I have a friend who decided to use COVID to just see how long his hair could get, and that never occurred to me.
Well, I'd shave it off now. I ended up cutting it all off.
Okay.
I donated it in Nebraska, actually.
Nice.
While I was in Nebraska, I gave it away.
So bald.
I have some really corny videos of me talking about it on the.
Somebody in Nebraska now has your hair.
Somebody, yeah. That's the second time I gave my hair away. I might just start being like a what is it? A hair farmer.
I hope you call one of your albums "The Second Time I Gave My Hair Away."
The second time I gave my hair away.
Yeah, when you don't work out with the steroids, it all goes into the hair.
Yeah,
see, my hair came back. It grew out real fast after the steroids.
And it tested positive.
And yes.
So you had to cut it.
Well, apparently it makes strong hair.
That sounds like a Samson and Delilah thing almost.
Yeah, I don't know.
Me neither, actually.
Yeah, the steroids really ate my brain up. So.
People are going to think you're serious if they're not paying very close attention.
Apparently, Zakk Wylde was Ozzy's steroid dealer before. That's how they met.
Wait. You are not going to tell me Ozzy Osbourne did drugs.
Ozzy was a power lifter, and Ozzy and Zakk was the steroid dealer.
If we can't trust
just
Ozzy,
ask Zakk. He'll tell you.
Ozzy Osbourne did drugs. I just don't know what to think of the world.
Yeah.
Although that might explain a couple of things.
Yeah. So this is a song.
Thing is, nobody did drugs in the 80s.
So my commander said, he's like, hey man, this is a fork in the road. I'd be a bad leader to tell you not to chase your dreams. And I just thought it was really cool for him. And he said, you're welcome back. If you ever want to come back, you got a seat here.
All right.
I think I'll have time for this one last one.
Well, I also need to get the music ready for next hour, so I hope it's not too quick.
Yeah, it's about a 5-minute song.
So are we done talking then, or?
I don't know. What do we got?
If this is the last song, I mean...
How much time we got left?
That's mostly up to Mike.
You got another one you want to do?
Well, I'm looking...
5 and 3?
5 and 3? Oh, yeah, 5 and a 3?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Just let him do them back to back. And we'll do. This will be the last talk.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to do this Fork in the Road.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do a Kurt Cobain cover.
All right. Well, it's been great having you on. I hope you'll stick around. Last week, I kept thinking I would talk to my guest before he left, and by the time he left, we were both pretty tired. So
yeah.
But yeah, definitely say goodbye before you leave.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to stick around and hang out and catch up. And
all right. Well. Let's and I would tell other people, if you can, please stay tuned. We've got more local music on the way.
Thank you very much. And again, if you want to follow me on social medias or YouTube, I'm at Matt Ellis 6, MattelLis 6. There's a lot of Matt Ellises, so add the 6, it'll get you right to me. All right, God bless. Tough, there's no one to say, go ahead, do it this way. There's a fork in the road, the signs are unclear. Which way should I fear? Treading new ground. All of my time I won't help but steal these stories I find. You won't imagine what I've come around, and I won't imagine your life without sounds. I was 20 years old when I signed up to serve. 6 years of what I deserved. Honest hard work, lessons on life, love for my family, and one hell of a ride. And all these days I feel like I'm treading new ground. And all of my time I won't help but steal these stories I find. You won't imagine what I've come around, and I won't imagine my life without sounds. When you're making that step to the unknown, remember where you're from and how much you've grown. The time is just right. Do what you feel. Don't give up your fight. Dreams become real. imagine my life with that sound on. Thank you. That was a song called Fork in the Road. That was wrote by me, Matt Ellis. You're listening to me. Thanks for listening if you've been listening this far, or if you're just tuning in. We're reaching the end of the hour of WEFT sessions. Thanks a lot for having me tonight on the radio. It's a pleasure being back. I got time for one more, right? Yeah, go ahead. Looking at the people behind the scenes here. Thanks, Mike Feldman, for having me, and Todd. Tell me Todd's last name. Hunter. I was gonna say Hunter. Yes, Todd Hunter. Thanks. Hunter. That's right. Is that an umlaut or is that?
It's both.
It's both an umlaut and a
diaresis, but somebody just told me there's also an umlaut. Or
a what?
An umlaut?
Umlaut?
I haven't had time to find out what it is yet. So it sounds like Alaskan cooking.
Sounds delicious.
Oh, I'm thinking of balut, which is actually Asian and terrifying. It's that duck egg. Have you heard about it?
I don't know.
It's like a baby duck in an egg. And anyway, Mike, I think, wants you to do the song, and actually I do too. So.
All right, I'm gonna do one last song. Here's the man who got me into guitar in the first place, Kurt Cobain. A song called All Apologies. Be all apologies. What else could I say? Everyone is gay. What else could I write? I don't have the right. What else could I be? In the sun, I feel as one. In the sun, married, buried. I wish I was like you, easily amused. Find my nest of salt. Everything is my fault. I'll take all the blame. I can see from shame. Sunburnt, freeze, burn. Choking on the ashes of her enemy. In the sun, I feel as one. In the sun, married, 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 buried, yeah, 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 yeah. All we are, all we know is 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 all we are. Good night.